welcome back to Monday Night Raw, and we're going to kick straight off with the show. And we start things off with a tag team match, just to push the Usos a little bit more. I brought up Otunga and Rich Swann from the developmental, and David Otunga got a herniated disc, which is great, but it got the Usos over a bit more. It's a pre-match show, so it doesn't mean too much. Another pre-match show, just to have Tyson Kidd versus Jinder Mahal. It's just sort of pushing both of them to see what they can do without going too far. And then we have Xavier Woods versus Carlito. It's difficult to get Xavier Woods match time at the moment because he's not. Most of the New Days are 2-on-2s, but this could lead to a 3-on-3 match in the future. But onto the main show now. We have Triple H and Stephanie announcing it's going to be Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns for the title at Vengeance. But Chris Jericho comes out, asks one more match against Dean Ambrose. If he wins, he gets a title shot. If he loses, he will leave the WWE. And Triple H books a match, warning Jericho that rock and roll isn't going to be enough to support his family if he loses. I always plan to lead to a triple threat anyway, so this one works out nicely. I think these two, Jericho, Ambrose, Reigns, obviously we know who's going to lose the match. I haven't decided which of the two is going to win it, but we'll get there, and this works out as a good start to the show. Start the match with Neville versus Samoa Joe, and Neville wins thanks to distraction from Dolph Ziggler. This is good all round because Neville needed a couple of wins. Samoa Joe and Dolph Ziggler's storyline continues without them having an awkward bout, which is what's going to happen, but I need to have one more to finish the storyline. So 63 is not too bad, could be better. Backstage, Kurt Angle is interviewed by Renee Young with the rest of the Perfect Athletes, Swagger, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, and they put down the Social Outcasts. So they're going to be pushed quite hard with Angle running them, and the Social Outcasts are always going to be the easy starting victims. But in the match, the Social Outcasts win, defeating the Perfect Athletes when Chad Gable got distracted by Jinder Mahal. Jack Swagger got the best rating with a 54. This brings it back to being a 4-on-4. I include Jinder Mahal because I know he's got good chemistry with Heath Slater, so this works out well. And backstage, Jinder Mahal gets welcomed into the group by the Social Outcasts. I heard him back, but I think we can push this a bit more. They're all four very good athletes that just didn't seem to get their real chance, so we're going to carry on pushing them in a different direction, maybe with some infighting down the line. We'll see where that one goes. Next up, we have the Certified G's defeating the Shining Stars. I thought it was Shining Lights, but never mind. Again, Big Cass and Enzo just need a bit more pushing. And Shining Lights got the win on Raw against them. I think it was against the Usos, so it means it leads to this, where all of them have beaten each other. I've called them Shining Lights for some reason. I got confused. But next week on Raw it'll be a triple threat tag team match. Let's book that in now so we don't forget it. Pretty much a straight 1-on-1. Shall we have elimination? We'll have an elimination one where we will have our teams put together. We will have our Certified G's, we will have the Usos, and we'll have the Shining Stars. I actually have a plan for the winner of this match already, and then we'll see if I stay with that plan. Not the best segment, but Triple H should be doing better. A bit of a squash match here where I just put The Miz against Brian Kendrick, who's basically re-signed as a wrestler rather than just a road agent. Miz needs wins, he's a champion. This seems like an easy one. Nothing much to go with this storyline, really. Roman Reigns worked well with the crowd using the improvisation advantage. Well, who would have thought that? But an 86 for the Champs promo, that's always good. Another one, more of just a one to push the guys in the IC title. Sami Zayn beats Ty Dillinger with a hell of a kick. Simple match. Ty Dillinger should have got a bit better, but 63 for Zayn's good. The New Day, another one who just needed a basic tag team win. Beat Crime Time with something called the Midnight Hour. Fair enough. Never heard of it. Great, these two in the ring. So this is just pushing more tag teams. Dean Ambrose gives a promo about how he's beaten Jericho over and over. And we'll do it again tonight. Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens. This, again, just to push the match. Dolph Ziggler needed a win, so he defeats Kevin Owens because Sami Zayn distracted Owens. That's solid rating. Keeps the IC storyline going too. And the main event, Chris Jericho defeats Dean Ambrose with submission after blatantly cheating. We needed Jericho to win, and this had to be the way it had to happen. It's done dirty tactics. So Jericho is now in the triple threat for the world title at Vengeance. And post-match, Jericho is celebrating his win. When Roman Reigns comes to make sure Dean Ambrose is okay, Jericho grabs a steel chair and with Roman's back turned, nails him with the chair before going back and forth between the two, grabbing the title and raising it above his head to end the show. An 86, very good rating. And we got a 76, it's not bad. Improved in 15, lost in 23. We'll go back to the main screen to see how the storylines are progressing. And we're back at the main screen and we've got some decisions to be made. So we'll start with just looking at the mail. Wanting to get called up, blah blah blah. Survival bid for Gail Kim, which isn't good. Let's see how long David Ortonga's injured for. He is out for... He's going to work through his injury, so fair enough. He's in NXT anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And the Raw rating is 25 million, which is good. For the decisions, we have Roderick Strong coming in, and lower mid-card, he is going to Raw when he joins us. Oh great. So I've just literally hired him on a new contract. Let's see, where is it? Send to rehab. I'll just get rid of him. And obviously I got Gail Kim. So we have to just put Roderick Strong on Raw, because that's the best place for him, I believe, because he's the sort of guy Triple H would like. And we're just going to go see how long we've lost Kendrick for. 7 months. Well, that's good. That's helpful. But nobody was moaning about the booking for once. And we'll just check creative meeting. See who is hot and who is not. If anyone graying, like Roman Reigns is up. Big Cass is on there now. AJ Styles, who's not? Well, we've got a few people off there, but we've still got the same SmackDown crew. And the storylines are as follows. The IC 71 name makers is up to a D, which is good. 63 for the Samoan business. Tag teams still struggling to really get anywhere. And 86 for the Raw title picture, which is very good indeed. And I believe they're all coming off quite good and 2 neutral, so no one's really losing that at the moment. I'm going to start the Rock challenges. I'm just going to put names in there. If you want to see someone face the Rock, just leave us a message and we might look to add him in. I believe that's going to be everything for this episode. I'd like to thank you all for watching and hope you enjoy the wrestling stories. Goodbye.